This is the mantra, guys. In three.
That's our mission. So what we have accomplished in last 15 years, our idea is to, our stretch goal is to surpass that in 3 years.
Purpose is to enable meaningful handshakes to unlock business opportunities. This is a wonderful new office of Messe Muenchen, and we have the dynamic CEO of our industry. I've heard, Bhupinder ji, that you have given the flexibility to work according to your own timings. I mean, this is how you have created a good ecosystem in this workspace. Because in a place like Mumbai, it's quite challenging to manage your working hours.
It's challenging. So we have a flexi timing which starts from 7:30. So if you come at 7:30, you can leave by 3:30. So that is for people who enjoy the early morning focus, right? So breakfast is on the house, and we also incentivize by letting them go half an hour early. So personally, if you come early. So, but the flexi hours continue till 10 o'clock.
This is a very creative workspace. I mean, so much of positive vibes are coming in. What has gone through behind all of this, and how have you set such a creative culture in your workstations, in your workspace?
So I think flexi times, what it does is it gives people the opportunity to balance between what they're doing at work and also manage things back home, right? So we have this window where between 7:30 to 10 people can come in. They complete their hours. Usually, of course, we know how those hours go, but they complete their hours, and then between 5 and 6:30 they can make a move if all done. So that entire control gives them the opportunity to travel better. I think commute is not easy as well, so it gives them the opportunity to travel better, commute better, plan their timings, plan things back home, and it's more holistic, giving them that opportunity. So that's where it comes from.
And people are the biggest assets in every business, and more so in the event and exhibition business. How do you inspire people to continue to be productive and to enhance their skills with each passing day?
So I think exhibition as a business itself, it's for people who enjoy things that are moving fast, right? And things that are moving and not in the same space, and that's what defines exhibitions primarily. So the people who opt in to be part of exhibitions primarily come with that thought process. It's about keeping that motivation alive for them, and the way we try and do that is try and make the everydays interesting for them, correct? Try and make them simple, and when things are simple, they're interesting because then you get to focus on the bigger parts of it and be more creative versus getting lost in the everyday, what do you call it, nitty-gritties.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But today is the times of Gen Zs. So how do you get to inspire these Gen Zs to work in our industry and be a part of it, feel that they are actually a part of this industry?
Working with Gen Z is, it's very fast moving.
Yes.
They want the things to happen fast. And after pandemic, we have seen our industry has grown, it is a fast-paced growth industry. It has grown a lot in last 2 years after 2022. Yes. And that is what I think, is the Gen Z is liking that. Yeah. Because of this fast-paced growth industry, their growth opportunities have also grown. And they are, I think, and Suzaina can correct me if I'm wrong. I think more than 60 to 70% of our staff is a Gen Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they are Gen Z, and even the people whom we are hiring, we want people whom we can connect with. So we come from probably 80s, but we have to cope up with with their energy, with their speed, with the agility with which they work. And to keep them engaged, as I said, it's a fast-paced growth industry, and they are liking it because everything moves, so fast.
Yes.
And the way the show business is growing, they are catching up. And of course, we have to be, in tune, in speed with them to catch up with their speed, their energy.
And this brings me to the dynamic CEO himself, Mr. Bhupinder Singh. And today, waking up so early, for me it's a new thing, but for him it's a routine because he starts his day very early. A little bit about how you are managing such a big team, what is the vision, how you are creating such a harmonious work environment, because that has been one of your very important issues which you have since the beginning you have worked on, building a core team and taking them to the next level. How do you manage to do this? Because in a place like India where Gen Zs are there, millennials are there, then you have a lot of old people working with you who have been there for a long time with MMI, and now you have drafted the Vision 2026. Tell us more about this.
I was so reluctant to turn this into a vlog, and he managed still to convert this into a vlog. So it's simple what I told you last time. See, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, people were driven by topics like strategy, systems, structures. And now we realize, whether you talk about Gen Z or millennials or everyone, they like to be driven by a purpose. So all those S's, strategy, system, structures, are replaced by purpose, people, process. So that's as simple as it gets, right? So you have to have a clear purpose for the organization. Our purpose is clear, Pradeep talked about it. You have to know where you want to go with that purpose, and you have to align people around it. When you look at people, you have to look at people from glasses of values. Do they fit your values? What kind of people are you bringing into your system? So we are extremely, extremely slow when it comes to hiring. We are very particular about what kind of people we want to hire, right? And that's also because we want to see them from all different dimensions. It's never easy to check, but at least you make sure that you talk to them as much as possible before you onboard them, so that they are aligned with our organizational culture. And that is it. I think it's not more complicated than that. Every organization in the industry somewhere follows the same rule, whether they define it like this or differently, and that's what we do.
So, like, your team is open to come and come barge into your cabin and ask their queries, or do you have people who deal with their problems?
They can't barge into my room, no. They can knock politely and come in, right?
More welcome.
Absolutely. So I think that's why you see it's all open. Office is all open. And this is a town hall area where we have our quarterly town halls. Lovely. Where we have a session every 3 months, which is followed by a session called AMA, Ask Me Anything.
Okay.
So where people can ask questions. Some questions are difficult to answer. Some questions are enlightening. But that's a good way for people to be open. So this ritual we started almost 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago, 2 years now, and we have been able to stay on the path of making sure ritual takes place. So it's a pretty much open communication policy. I'm not saying we are fully transparent and everything is fine. No, there are some areas we have to work on, but we know what areas to work upon.
Absolutely. 3 books if you have to recommend to.
All-time favorite is Start With Why, Simon Sinek. Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle. And what else? Pick up any religious scripture.
The hard thing that you
The hard
said.
thing about hard things. That's also a good book. I have to capture more, so I can quickly show you around.
Please.
So that's a open bay area where all our teams are interacting with each other, and it's quite early. We have slightly bigger workstations.
15 years of growth surpassing in 3.
That's our mission. So what we have accomplished in last 15 years, our idea is our stretch goal is to surpass that in 3 years. These are our values that you see and what the values means, right? Our purpose, our mission. We also have another slide which talks about what the values do not mean.
No.
Yeah, just to be very, very precise and clear. This is a small area which we call our casual coffee area. You can sit here, you can have some coffee discussions. This is in Mumbai, it's a luxury. I'm very happy we could manage this space because you see the amount of sunlight that comes in.
Like a cafe.
Yeah, so that's the idea that when you are stagnated with your creative thinking process, step out, take a deep breath, enjoy coffee discussions with your colleague. I have exclusive entry. You see, perks of being a CEO. So this meditation room, you can sit here.
Gratitude, patience, balance,
And moderation. That's the key.
This is the mantra. This is the mantra, guys. Wow. Source of his amazing knowledge.
Yeah, some of the books. I love reading. So this is the book I was talking about. This book you can finish in half an hour. It's a very good book, pictorial but deep meaning book. So once again, welcome to both of you and thanks for being there.